All right, good afternoon, traders. Thanks for joining and taking your time to check out this week's webinar event. Right off the bat, as always, quick test of audio and visual. If you can hear my voice and see this opening slide, go ahead and type a Y in the chat box for me. All right. Thank you, Larry. Thank you, Michael. Okay, so you guys can hear me and see the screen. Very cool. Be sure to use that chat to ask any questions throughout the webinar, and we'll get to those throughout and mainly after the presentation. Now, most of you should be familiar with my voice by now, but if not, my name is Ty. I handle the business development here at Shark Indicators, and I've been involved in the trading industry for several years now. I'm coming at you guys from Charlotte, North Carolina, so wish me some luck as Hurricane Florence rolls in here these next few days. So the team here at Shark Indicators are longtime partners with Kevin and the guys over at TopstepTrader, and it's been a while since we've had them come through and explain what they're all about and basically what it takes for you guys to become funded traders. We know a lot of you have what it takes to trade successfully, but maybe you're not at the point where you have access to the capital you need. So that's where our friends at TopStep come in. And for you Bloodhound users, with the ability to create and do your homework with the back testing, you're already at a considerable advantage. So that being said, let's take a quick look at the risk disclosure. Take a minute and look this over. Futures, foreign currency, and options trading contains substantial risk and is not for every investor. And just to answer the question that I know is coming, and Hank also just asked it, this webinar is in fact being recorded. So just look for an email from Ty at Shark Indicators tomorrow morning at the latest, and that'll have the replay link in this. All right, so at this point, give your attention to Kevin. He's going to cover everything you guys need to know about TopstepTrader and what it takes to get a funded trading account. So at this point, Kevin, I'm going to pass the mic and the screen over to you, my friend.
Thank you, Ty, for that great introduction. And thank you, everybody, for being here today to learn about TopstepTrader. We're going to go over what TopstepTrader provides within the trading world, how you can earn a funded account and take advantage of our opportunity. We'll talk about who we are, where we started from, and look at the key performance metrics that you need to meet in order to earn a funded account. We'll also show you how best to accomplish those things and look at several success stories from traders and talk about the 4 keys to success. Like Ty said, if you've got questions, feel free to type them into the questions box. We'll be able to answer most of the questions after the presentation, and we hope you stick around until the end. In about 30 minutes, we're going to provide everybody with a special offer. So again, feel free to type questions during the presentation, and we'll answer the questions at the end when we offer that special webinar. Looks like Ty already gave you the risk disclosure, and past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results, and no representation is being made here that any account will or is likely to achieve profits or losses similar to those discussed in this document. TopstepTrader is a US-based company located in Chicago, Illinois, founded in 2012. The firm was started by a group of Chicago Mercantile Exchange pit traders with the goal of finding, developing, and funding traders. Our program, called the Trading Combine, helps traders improve and finances them with money to trade once they complete the program. Today, there are thousands of traders in the program trading online from over 160 different countries. Let's go over who I am. My name is Kevin Adamick. I work here in Chicago at TopstepTrader. I've been involved with trading since 1994, just about 25 years now. After college, I started out as a runner at the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. And, at that time, back in 1994, I knew that I wanted to be a trader, so I worked my way up. I was a runner, then I was a clerk, then a phone clerk, then an arbitrage clerk, then as a broker and a trader. I successfully traded on a seat for over 10 years at the Chicago Mercantile Exchange and the Chicago Board of Trade. Like you guys, I've traded a lot of different markets: futures, equities, ETFs, Forex, options, binary options. But when I started out, I was a runner making $12,000 a year. I worked 2 jobs for many years to save up enough money to have a trading account. So I understand the frustration of wanting to trade and not being able to, because a lot of the exchanges and brokers out there want you to put up a large amount of capital or cash, or because putting up, your own capital is sometimes, it's kind of scary. You feel more comfortable and confident trading somebody else's money. So I understand that there's a problem, and that's what we're going to talk about here today. TopstepTrader has a program called the Trading Combine that helps traders improve and backs them with money to trade once they finish our program. TopstepTrader will finance you to trade if you can pass a two-step evaluation, thereby completing the Trading Combine program. So what's the problem that traders and investors face in the financial industry, particularly in the retail space? You can have the best trading system, strategy, methodology, the best algorithm in the world, along with the desire to succeed. And it might not matter if you don't have the capital to trade it or to scale it. If you don't have the funds to trade with, then you're going to sit on the sidelines. And that's where TopstepTrader comes in. We provide the solution to that problem in the retail trading world. And the way we do that is through a two-step evaluation process that we call the Trading Combine. This is a real-time simulated account where your performance is being evaluated for funding for a real funded account with our money. Now, these have different risk parameters that we'll go over, but let's first go over the steps for our Trading Combine. Step 1 is a real-time simulated account where you prove to us that you can trade. Step 2 is where you show us that you can manage risk. If you can complete these two steps, then you'll earn a funded account with our firm. We give you an account to trade in for steps 1 and 2. And as long as you follow our rules, you can trade it however you want, your style. So here's an example. We give you a real-time simulated account with $50,000 in it and ask you to make $3,000. Okay, great. Your account's at $53,000. You pass step 1, you're now in step 2. Okay, to do it again, to prove your consistency, we ask you to make another $3,000. Now that you've done that, great. You're now in the funded account trading with real money, which is our money, and your upside is unlimited. You can make as much money as you want, and we'll take the risk. Now, you don't have to be the best trader in the world to get to the funded account stage. You just need to be profitable. So that part is simple. Let's go over the rules you have to follow and the parameters of the account. Now, this same information is available on our site. If you go to TopstepTrader.com and go to our Learn How page, we offer 4 different account parameters and 4 different size accounts. So the parameters vary depending on the size of the account. There's a $30,000, $50,000, $100,000, and $150,000 account. Now, there are different profit targets and thresholds in each of the 4 different trading combines. Now, in the $50,000 account, we can use this as an example here throughout. So this is the 50K or the $50,000 account. And here are the rules. Your max position size is 5 contracts or 5 lots or basically 5 units. That means you can have at the most 5 contracts on across all products at one time. So if you buy 3 contracts of crude oil and sell 2 contracts of gold, that's 5 contracts. You can't have on any more until you liquidate some of those. But you can break those 5 contracts up however you want. But the computer is only going to allow you to trade 5 contracts total in this account. Okay, next we have the daily loss limit, which is the most you can lose intraday. And again, I'll repeat that. That's the most you can lose intraday. This is calculated based off your unrealized net P&L, your profit and loss. So your unrealized net P&L measures what your account balance is worth and where you are in the market, whether you've closed the trade or not. So if you're in a trade and it touches the daily limit, you've broken a rule and you're not eligible for review. So in this example, you can't lose more than $1,000 in any single day. And basically, you guys know it's important that you play stops and get out of your positions before you touch your daily loss limit. Next is the max drawdown or maximum drawdown, which is really like an overall loss limit. You add up all your losses and that total is the overall loss limit. Now, this is also a trailing max drawdown, which means it's going to trail your high watermark, which is the most that you've made in the account. So, for example, in the 50K account, you've got a $2,000 max drawdown. So when you start out with $50,000, you can't go under $48,000 for the account. The trailing part refers to that threshold going up from $48,000 as you're profitable in the account. Now, that max drawdown threshold does not go higher than $50,000. So basically, your trailing max drawdown goes up or trails you as you make money in the account. Let's take a look at a chart where this blue line is your account balance and the red line is your trailing max drawdown. Okay, so when you start out the account, you got $50,000. Day one, you make $1,000. Now your trailing max drawdown threshold is currently $49,000. It's a difference of $2,000. Don't go below $49,000 from now on. Okay, on day two, your balance goes up to $51,500. So your threshold level is $49,500. Don't go below $49,500 from now on. Now the next day you have a losing day. For whatever reason, lose about $1,000. Now you see that your account balance is $50,500 and your threshold level is still $49,500. So it's a difference of about $1,000 because the red line moved up. Okay, now once the red line moves up, it'll never move back down. That way you don't go back down. You and your account are always moving up, up, up. Now, once this account is above 52,000, this red line or the max drawdown flat lines at this $50,000 level where you started the account at. So that's the lowest your account can go, this $50,000 level. That way, you have more breathing room. The amount that you can lose elongates. So as you progress, the max drawdown level goes up, but that red line or max drawdown threshold level will always be in between 48,000 and 50,000 for that 50K account. So going back to our parameters, next is the profit target that you need to make for the account. The profit target is about a 6% return for each of these different accounts. Doesn't matter the size of the account, we would like to see a 6% return. Now you have as much time as you need to reach the profit target. So in the 50K account, when your account goes from 50,000 to 53,000, you've passed step one. And then next is the price per month. That is the amount that you would pay. Basically, that is the cost to be evaluated. That cost is going to vary depending on the account size. The 50K account, it's $165. Now, there are several components to this. Number one, this cost includes your data fees and the trading combine and use of our software and trading platform. Number two, we're a business. We have overhead, salaries, technology, staff, insurance, normal business costs, etc. And number three, the third part, which is most important, is that the cost of the program makes it very interesting. When you put up $165, you have something at stake. You have some skin in the game. It makes it very real to you. You're going to take the program seriously. We started the program out, we really started it in 2010, and then we incorporated it in 2012. But back in 2010, we gave the program away for free, but traders would blow out all the time because they didn't care. But then once they had a little money at stake, they took the program seriously because it was like a real trading environment. And then more individuals were able to pass evaluation. So that's the dollar amount that you pay to be in the program. That's the cost you pay per month until you meet the objective or cancel the account. And then once you pass step 1 and 2, you no longer pay that subscription cost when you're in the funded account. And then one other aspect of our program is the reset feature, which is kind of a neat part. We talked about a few of the rules to be in the program, like the daily loss limit and your overall loss limit. So what happens if you break a rule? Well, we have a reset feature. So if you do break a rule, you want to get back into the game. Nobody wants to break a rule, but it may happen. You have a bad trading day, your head's not there, or maybe there's some sort of global news and the markets go berserk. Okay, yes, we get it. Things happen. If you do ever hit your daily loss limit or the max drawdown, you can reset your account. To get a do-over or reset, you pay $99 at any time. So $99 resets the account. We don't encourage people to use it. We want you to pass the program without having to use it. But if you get into a little trouble, it's there for you. And, obviously it's going to hurt a little bit when you use it, but hopefully you learn from it not to do it again. So if you break a rule, in order to get back in the program, you reset your account. In addition to the parameters of the trading combine, we have rules that you have to follow. First is that you need to trade a minimum of 5 days. That's the lowest data set that we need to see before you can advance. Trade at least 5 trading days. A day is considered from 5 p.m. Central Time when Globex reopens to electronic close your product the next trading day. Any time an order in that time period is filled, that counts as a trading day. Now, it does not need to be 5 days in a row, and you can take longer than 5 days. Basically, you have as much time as you need. We're trying to separate the gamblers from the traders. If it takes 12 days or 24 days or 37 days, it doesn't matter. We don't care. As long as you follow the rules and meet the profit targets, it does not matter how long you take. Now, some traders ask, What if I make $3,000 in 3 days and I meet the profit target early? Well, that's great, but you'll need to trade 2 more days to show us that you've traded 5 days. You don't need to risk a lot in the next 2 days, but you do need to trade, and then you'll have your 5 trading days, and we will check to make sure that your profit is still over 3,000 after the whole 5 days. And then next is only trade during permitted times. This is also permitted products and times. In terms of products we offer products from the CME, NYMEX, COMEX, and CBOT, Chicago Board of Trade. And you can trade all these outright futures products. Again, this list is on our homepage. We've got equity indices, currency futures, ags, metals, energies, financials. Some of our most popular products are crude oil, S&P 500, gold, the euro, the Dow Jones. You can't trade individual stocks, but a lot of our traders trade the Dow Jones, which is a basket of 30 stocks. And what you're looking at here are some of the most liquid products for futures contracts out there that you can trade. And if you're interested in trading Forex, we have a separate website called TopstepFX. There are 22 different currency pairs to trade, and the rules and the account parameters are very similar to the ones at TopstepTrader. And again, this is a separate website. Going back to the rules and the permitted times. Okay, all positions must be flat by 3:10 p.m. Central Time. If you're in a product that closes earlier than 3:10 p.m., you need to be out of that position and be flat before the electronic close of that product. What does that mean? Well, for meats and grains, you have to be out by 1:20 p.m. Central Time. All other products, you need to be out of your positions by 3:10 p.m. Central Time. And then you can begin trading at 5 p.m. when Globex reopens, but remember to be out of your position by 3:10 p.m. So the indice futures close at 3:15. I mean, technically the cash close is at 3 o'clock Central Time, but we ask you to exit positions by 3:10 because we don't think the last 5 minutes is worth the risk. The market is trading on thin air at that time. There's really no rhyme or reason to the market activity. So we ask that you exit your trades by 3:10 p.m. Central Time. And then next is our 2 cardinal rules that we already discussed. Don't hit the daily loss limit or you're trailing max drawdown. If you can do these 4 things, meet the profit target, congratulations, you pass on to step 2 in our program. Now, you might be asking yourself, what trading platform am I using to execute these trades? Am I using your system? Am I using mine? We have partnered with some of the leading trading platforms out there, so you can use what you're comfortable with, like NinjaTrader, Sierra Chart, CTS, Trade Navigator, Multi-Charts, RTrader Pro, Volfix, Investor RT, you name it. And if there's something you don't see, let us know. We'll see if we can support it. But by all means, there should be something here for everybody. Also, we have a way to link with TradeStation, and full integration with TradeStation is coming very, very, very soon. And if you don't have a platform or you're a new trader, you can use either NinjaTrader, which is free to use in the trading combine, or TSTrader, which is our easy to use trading platform. Both of these have great charting capabilities and order execution. And if you are new to trading, this should not be so intimidating looking at these different trading platforms. There are great YouTube videos on these platforms, and we have fantastic customer support that can walk you through it. And it's really not that difficult to learn, and a lot of them are pretty similar. So keep it in line with our example, the $50,000 trading combine. We followed the rules, we met the profit target, traded at least 5 days in step 1. Awesome. We're advancing to step 2, which is another real-time paid simulated account where your performance is being evaluated. Now, step 2 is about managing risk. We want to make sure that you're going to be a prudent trader. So we tighten things up a little bit from a risk perspective, but still very achievable. So a lot of what you did in step 2 is what you already did in step 1. First off, there's a profit target in step 2. With our 50K account, you showed us that you can make $3,000 in step 1. Okay, we would like for you to do it again. Maybe you got really lucky in step 1, which is fine, but doing it again requires a little bit of skill. So again, in step 2, the profit target is $3,000. Now, the minimum trading days is a little bit longer in step 2. We want you to show us that you have some experience trading the markets. So again, you can take as long as you need in order to reach the profit target, but you need to trade at least 10 days. Again, only trade permitted products and permitted times, something we just went over. do not hit or exceed your daily loss limit or trailing max drawdown. That is going to be exactly the same as in step 1. Now, we have added a weekly loss limit that you need to adhere to. That is something new in step 2. What that means is from Sunday evening from 5 p.m. Central Time, when Globex opens, until Friday afternoon, when the Globex electronic markets close, you can't lose more than $1,000 for the 50K account, and the bigger accounts have weekly loss limits of $2,000 and $3,000. Now, that might seem a little tight right now, but I'm going to go into a rule that explains how that is very manageable. Another new rule here, don't hold positions into major economic releases. That is going to vary depending on the product that you're trading. We've got a full list here that you can take a look at. Now, you don't need to memorize all these symbols, on the right here, like the ES, that stands for the E-mini S&P 500. And you're looking on the left side here for economic releases like the unemployment number, FOMC announcements, and if you're trading oil or natural gas, there's some weekly, numbers for oil inventory announcements. There's a crop production announcement number. So these numbers really move the markets very quickly, and nobody really knows what's going to happen. Obviously some analysts have their predictions, but we don't think that it's worth the risk trading. So we want you to be flat or have no position on 1 minute prior to the release coming out, all the way until 1 minute after the release comes out, and then you can safely re-enter the markets. And we make it easy for you to remember these. We send out reminders. The unemployment number comes out once per month on the first Friday of the month. There is plenty of volatility that morning, but we'd ask that you don't trade the 1 minute before the number comes out until 1 minute after the number comes out. And then there's usually plenty of volatility to trade with better direction. And, there's a lot of different economic releases that come out. These are just the major ones. When you're trading, one of the things that, you probably discover is that when you're a little bit more cognizant of economic releases, you're probably going to start trading better. And I don't know if you've ever had it where, the market just zips one way and you feel like you get your face ripped off. This is a way for you to basically just keep an eye on, things that are happening, in the markets. So going back to our rules, next is the scaling plan. As I mentioned before, weekly loss limit should not be so intimidating. Really, that's because of the scaling plan. The scaling plan is not in step 1, it starts in step 2. Scaling plan is going to allow you to trade, small and then build you up to trading bigger sizes and more contracts. So the scaling plan is going to match your leverage to your equity level. So on this slide are the scaling plans for the 30K and 50K accounts. We've been following the 50K accounts. So we're looking on the bottom half here. 50K account, when you have $0 to $1,500 in profits, you're trading 2 lots. Once you make $1,500, you're trading 3 lots. Once you make $2,000, you're trading 5 lots, 5 contracts. So what we're doing here is we're easing you into it. We used to have traders go right out, guns a-blazing, putting 15 contracts on, and they were blowing the counts out because they were risking too much. So we want you to get small base hits, build your equity balance, build your account, be consistent, and you won't have any problem with the weekly loss limit, daily, or max drawdown. The scaling plan really helps with that. And then here you can see the scaling plans for the 100K and 150K accounts. And, if you can follow these rules, which there are really, only a couple more from what you already did in step 1, and you can hit the profit target, congratulations, you did it. You've earned a funded account. We're going to back you with our money, and that's kind of what everybody wants. These rules are on our webpage, and they're on your dashboard when you log into your account, so we make it easy for you to remember them. And now we come to the funded account, and we've basically taken the risk. I talk to traders, and the traders that I speak to say, I want to be with a firm that has the infrastructure and the platform and the support and the money and the whole complete package. And that is what the funded account is all about. There's quite a few benefits to the funded account. A few of the main ones are, first off, we have one of the industry's best profit splits. I don't know anybody else out there that pays 80-20 on a profit split for a prop firm. We pay 80% to the trader and 20% to our firm. In addition, we allow our traders to keep the first $5,000 in profits. So you're taking 100% of the first $5,000, and then 80% of anything above 5,000. That is kind of like a signing bonus. So say you've been trading for 2 weeks in the funded account, or 4 weeks, or 2 days, you're up $5,000, you want to take it out, okay, no problem. We'll process that payment in a couple days. That first $5,000 is yours to keep. After that, it's an 80-20 split, which is a really nice compensation package for a profit split. So like in your first 10,000, you could make a withdrawal for 9,000 of that first 10. Next is that we allow you to trade additional products. You've proven to us that you can trade. We trust you here. You can trade any one of our available products in the funded account. Even if you didn't trade something during the valuation, you have access to trade that product now. I know traders that are great at trading the S&Ps, but they never had the risk capital to trade gold and silver in the live markets. The margin requirement's a little bit higher. So they pass the evaluation, trade in S&Ps, and then they trade silver and gold and the S&Ps in the funded account. And if you want to, you can also trade something that wasn't available in the evaluation, namely other exchanges. For example, we have some overseas traders that like to trade the Eurex, like the DAX or the mini DAX or the Bund or the Babel, Euro stocks. That is totally fine. We'll let you trade it. And then next is that we allow you to withdraw whenever you want. We look at this as a partnership. We do not have mandatory withdrawals. We make it very easy for you to withdraw. You don't have to do it on the 1st of the month or the 15th of the month. Nope. Just send us an email anytime. We'll get the money to you in a couple of days. We can send a check. We can do an ACH. It's a bank-to-bank transfer. We can do PayPal. All that is free. And we can also do a wire. And as long as your wire is over $250, then the wire is free as well. And that's kind of a huge deal for a lot of our overseas traders, because overseas wires are expensive, and we absorb that cost to get our traders their money. And we also have industry low commissions. We have negotiated with our brokerage partners to get you these low commissions. The lower the commissions, the more money that you make. When you're in the trading combine, you pay $3.70 a round turn. That comes out of the 50,000 that's in the account. So it's $3.70 a round turn for any product. And the funded account, the fees are very similar. They vary a little bit depending on the product, but we have negotiated low rates because you're trading our money. So we want the fees to be low also. And when you pass step 2, you get a congratulations email with our funded trader agreement. Once we have that information, we'll have your account created and enabled within a few days. For the funded account, we do ask that you use the same platform that you used during the evaluation. So if you use NinjaTrader in the trading combine, we'd like for you to use that same platform with live money. We want you to keep doing what you're already doing. You've showed us that you can profit. Our eyes, you've got rock star status. So that is the funded account. That's it. There's step 1, step 2, and then you're in the funded account. You profit split with us where you're trading real money, which is great. And with that, I'd like to talk about the 4 keys to success. We talk about these keys from a trading perspective, but there are wider applications. So even if you never get evaluated by us, these are great things to keep in mind. You can learn more from this webinar about trading, but this is also true for a lot of different things in life. From my experience of being a trader and being involved with education and trader mindsets, there are 4 keys to success that will make or break you as a trader. So let's get into them. Number 1 is discipline. This is the thing that's going to make you a good trader, having good discipline. In the trading combine, we have a daily loss limit, and the daily loss limit is the most often broken rule. There, I just pulled the curtains back. The daily loss limit is the most often broken rule. Knowing that will help you to pass the trading combine. I cannot stress enough for you to place a stop. So even if your daily loss limit is $1,000, give yourself some breathing room. Even if you're good at monitoring your trades, put a stop in at minus 950. Don't put your stop in at minus 1,000 or minus 999, so that you can allow yourself some slippage, give yourself some breathing room, or, try to close the trade before it hits the threshold. Next is location, location, location. Just like the old real estate adage. The same thing is true in trading. Trade location is everything. Most of our successful traders are really only taking 1 to 5 trades per day. Now, that doesn't mean that we don't have traders that trade 12 times a day, or we don't have scalpers taking 40 trades a day. We do. But if you have a trading strategy that gives you 10 setups a day, 10 trading opportunities per day, think about which ones of those are really worth acting upon. Some of the 10 trade setups probably have a higher probability than others. So maybe if you go back and journal about your trades, you can see that certain trades are giving you a 70% probability or 75% likelihood, and others are only a 40 or a 50% probability. So you can think about how quality is better than quantity. Also, try not to overtrade. Generally, our better traders are only trading 2 to 3 hours per day. The morning session is usually a little biased than afternoon trading. Usually within the first hour or two of the trading day, whenever that starts for you, within the first hour or two, you can usually tell what the trading day is like. If you're having a bad day or if you're having a really good day, you don't want to give money back on a good trading day, but think about how many trading opportunities are out there and try not to overtrade to where you're not focused or you're tired or you haven't eaten or you're trading off emotions. I see it far too often. So try not to overtrade. Next is size matters. Position size matters. Just because you have it doesn't mean you have to trade it. This is all about leverage. So depending on the trading combine that you select, you can trade 3 contracts, 5 contracts, 10 contracts, or 15 contracts. But just because you can trade 15 contracts doesn't mean that you necessarily should. Some of our best traders that can trade 15 lots are only trading 4 or 5 lots and they're having multi-$1,000 days. It's better to trade consistently and size properly. Otherwise you're going to over leverage yourself. I know everybody wants to swing for the fences and pass in one day, but that's going to hurt you. It's going to mess with your psyche, cause you a lot of anxiety. So try not to over leverage, size properly. You'll get there by being consistent and leveraging properly. And, that kind of ties in with our last one, which is patience. Patience is a virtue, especially in our trading combine. You have as much time as you need. I know everybody wants to pass right away, but, you're kind of putting undue pressure on yourself. In baseball terms, think about it as a single and a home run are the same to your batting average. Think about building your account size and building your equity balance. Focus on chipping away at it. You'll get there faster that way than if you're trying to hit a home run every time. Because what happens when you try to hit a home run? Well, you strike out a lot. And then I wanted to talk a little bit about our funded traders. We've funded several thousand traders. Just in the first half of 2018, we have funded over 600 brand new traders. This is Mohammed. Mohammed is a real true example and testament of the worldwide reach of TopstepTrader. He hails from the UAE. He started as a funded account out in March, and in just a few days, he had a real nice start and was able to withdraw $4,000 in profits. He's one of the many traders that we have from over 160 different countries. Mohammed trades at home during the day. You can trade futures on our cell phone app or on your computer, anywhere that you've got an internet connection. It's great to see individuals that are at home. Maybe you're a stay-at-home mom or a stay-at-home dad, or you're in between jobs or consulting, or your work is seasonal. Or maybe you want to trade the markets before work or throughout the day on our cell phone app. Our program is a limited risk way to enter into the markets and get training and education and access to data and trading platforms. It's all in one package in a very simple way. This is Jacob. He is a Ugandan construction worker, and the picture here is of him on a construction site. He's wearing that shirt there. The front of the shirt says TopstepTrader. The back of the shirt says I'm backed, which is kind of a play on words, because he's backed by us. He has earned more in one trade than his entire monthly income in Uganda. That just goes to show that anybody, anywhere can earn the financial freedom to pursue their dreams. That's part of our mission statement. Anywhere with an internet connection and a will to learn, to grow, and succeed. And anybody, we have traders that are blue collar, that are white collar, that are experienced traders, that are novice traders from all different backgrounds and countries. And then last is Mark. He is a Texas limo driver. He recently withdrew $10,000 from his funded account to take his wife and kids on a dream vacation to Disney World. That's just a great story. That 10 grand was about 25% of what he would usually make in a year as a limo driver. And these are just a few stories. If you go to our blog, there are tons of these stories with other traders that have taken bigger amounts out, and some other traders that are just consistently taking profits each week. You know, when you're extracting money out of the markets each week and cashing $1,000, $1,500 weekly checks, it's pretty exciting because it's something that you enjoy, you know, that you're doing. And these are real people and real stories. It just goes to show that it's possible to get to that funded account, to start earning real capital and having an impact and changing your life in positive ways. You know, I hope to see all of you with some of these success stories in the next couple of weeks or months. You know, one of the things that you can do is take a look online. You know, I mean, there's hundreds of these reviews on Trustpilot that you can take a look at. We also have our funded traders fill out a survey. Our funded traders have a 97% customer satisfaction rating, and we have all of our traders fill out surveys because we are always working to better our program, and your opinion matters, and we're looking for good traders to back with our money. And there's some other features and benefits to our trading combine program. You know, you can call trader support Sunday through Friday. You can email us, you can call us, you can contact us to liquidate your position. So if you lose connectivity, you know, we've got a mobile app, we've got a downloadable and a web-based platform that you can use. But, you know, if you can't get to one of those, you know, you can call us up, we can flatten you out. We're not going to put on new positions for you, you know, but we can, you know, cancel all your working orders and flatten you out. You can call us Sunday 11 to 7, Monday through Friday 7 to 6 Central Time. You know, and you can call us if you got questions or if you think of something later on. You know, other companies refer to this as client services or customer support. We refer to our support as trader support because all of our traders are important to us. You know, you think about wait time, response time, and all the metrics used to measure, you know, customer support teams around the world. And our team rivals eBay and Amazon and some of the best customer service teams in the world. You know, our representatives, they know trading, they know the markets, they know our program, they know 13 different plus, you know, trading platforms inside and out, and they know how to talk to individuals, you know, as people. We also have videos, webinars. We give you access to education and educators. We don't consider ourselves educators, but we have videos on trading psychology, trader behavior, and such. You know, we've partnered with a lot of different educators so that we're providing free webinars just about every single week that you can attend to and take a look at so that you can get some different trading ideas, or you can get some different ways to analyze the markets, or you can learn about market profile or different things. We also provide a daily market forecast with John Hoagland, which is a 10 to 15 minute real-time live report of the major markets each day. So if you look at like around 8:15 Central Time before the markets open, you're getting this, and it provides key technical analysis, support, resistance, pivot levels, allows you to really identify entry and exit points for your trading. You know, and he'll mention, you know, economic releases, fundamental analysis, and other things to look out for during the trading day. It's action-packed and interesting information that you get in a 15-minute capsule. You get this each day before the markets open, and then around 2 o'clock Central Time, we have a market recap that provides a 10-minute report summing up all the major moves in the markets with key technical levels for the next trading day. So whether you're somebody that likes to do your own homework, or you want to piggyback off of somebody else that's doing some homework, or you just want to compare or get trade ideas, you know, this is a great way for you to get some information. We also have a weekly kickoff email that shows a brief synopsis of charting patterns for the most heavily traded products. And it's got other things on there like calendar events, rollover dates, and links to, you know, like our blog posts, weekly trader behavior. We've got a weekly coach's playbook. You know, each week is different. And as I mentioned, we have a TopstepTrader community. So you can be involved with traders from in our network and communicate. We've got a Facebook Live page. You can read blogs about other individuals. Or if you want, you don't have to participate. We respect your privacy. Nobody knows who you are. But if you want to learn new things or stay up to date on current events, then we've got the perfect forum for you. We also have performance coaches here at TopstepTrader. When you sign up for a trading combine, you get one free private performance coaching session each month with one of our coaches. So there's a lot of value there. You can schedule time to get help on charting patterns, order execution, technical fundamental analysis. Talk to a live person who is an expert on the markets. And again, we encourage you to take a look at our website. If you got questions, you can type them now, or you can call or email or chat with our trader support desk. And I hope that you learned a lot from this webinar and will consider signing up for the program. When you sign up, you pass the 2 steps, and we'll finance you to trade. We also want to thank Ty and Shark Indicators. Because of them, we're actually running a special. So you're going to receive an email with this recording. You can also, I'm going to send a link to everybody. You're going to be able to receive 20% off any trading combine. If you're watching this video now on YouTube, take a look in the dialog box right below the video, and you'll see the link that you can click on. And at checkout, you'll receive automatically 20% off as long as you've clicked on that link. And I'll send that out to everybody and then start answering some questions. And I'll leave this slide up so that you can see, the 30K account with the 20% off. Instead of it being $150, it would be $120. The 50K account, which is probably our most popular, instead of being $165, it's $132. And let me send the link out to everybody, and then we'll start answering questions, everybody. Yes, Franklin's asking about the real-time trading. Yes, this is real-time trading. This is real-time data. You're trading on exact markets. Vadim is asking about NinjaTrader. Some of these questions we already answered during the thing. You can use NinjaTrader for free during the trading combine. When you're in the funded account, we provide a discount if you want to purchase the licensing agreement. It's like a $300 off discount, which is pretty nice. You'd have to inquire with them what the, I don't know if they've changed recently, so I don't want to quote their price, and this is also being recorded, so it could change. But you get $300 off a license. Vedam, I believe that's you pronouncing the name. The commissions are $379 a round turn during the trading combine. The cost is very, very similar. It varies on the product, but it's very, very similar in the funded account. If you want to use the simulated account, Vadim, you are using TopstepTrader. So there is a free simulated 14-day trial that anybody can sign up for. If you just want to get a, an idea of, trading on, if you've never traded futures before, if you have traded before, you can start right up and start trading. Or if you're just, feel like, hey, I've never traded before, but I think that, this is a limited risk way for me to enter in the markets and, kind of test my mettle and see if this is something that I'm good at or something that you're passionate about. You can use either one. Vadim asks, can you leave positions on overnight? Yes, you can. So, you don't have to stay up, overnight. You can basically, you set a stop or you put in a bracket order. You can put in like an OCO order. OCO, if you don't know, it's one cancels others. It's like you take profit with one and you set a stop to limit your exposure on the other. I'm sure most of you already know that. Mike, if you've got NinjaTrader 7, you're good to go. You can use that. Hank, so we're providing access to educators that can help you with the trading combine. We've got promotions going all the time. We give you access to a lot of education and data and information to help you get started. We are not going to basically tell you how to trade, though. We'd like for you to make that decision. Mike is asking, Mike, that dollar amount that you're paying is a monthly price. So you're getting 20% off on the first month. The 80-20 split is real. There's no other stuff added. There's nothing else. Basically, you get 100% of the first 5,000, then it's an 80-20 split. And we've got tons of traders that you can take a look at online, and testimonials, and social proof that talk about a lot of our traders. There's no other monkey business going on. Leonardo asks, our funded traders, we do ask you to fill out a W-9 or a W-8 BEN form. It depends on which country. George, thank you very much. I'm glad that you enjoyed the presentation. Franklin, the balance that you're starting off with depends on which trading combine you're basically starting out with. Jeremy, there's a lot of different traders that execute. We got 13 different trading platforms. I will say that we do have more traders that are trading on NinjaTrader and TopstepTrader than our other platforms, but there's a lot of great platforms out there. I encourage you to either take a look. A lot of these have, I should say, I know that you can use NinjaTrader and TopstepTrader, which is a white label Tradovate, for free, that you can kind of take a look at. And a lot of these other ones have some deals, and you can kind of inquire with them. And we've got ways for you to basically download all these on our homepage. Franklin, yes, you're using your own methodology. Jeremy, yes, Ranko's on there. Vadim, yes, CQG, and it does have good unfiltered tick data. If you want to set that on your chart for tick instead of like a 1 minute or a 5 minute. Hank, you can stay in the combine as long as you'd like. And the trading combine, there is no there's no time requirement. You can basically, you stay until you pass. Jeremy, the funded trader agreement, we email to you when you've passed step 2. Leonardo, you could just Google W9 or W8 BEN. It's a very simple form that you fill out. Franklin, yes, it's an 80-20 split. If you feel like you're a good trader, I encourage you to participate. To take a look, because there is a free practice, 14-day account, or there's a discount that you can use for to get started. I think that either way, it's good to take a look. If you want to take, you might take the trading combine, a little bit more seriously if you have the paid subscription, but you can take a serious look at the demo account too. Jeremy, thank you very much. I hope everything is going to bed here in the Netherlands. Oh, that's got to be close to midnight there. Jeremy, yeah, and NinjaTrader 8 is great. Vadim, make sure that you click on the link in order to receive that discount code. I've sent everybody a link. If you're watching the video now, click on the link below. That's how you're going to get the discount code. I don't want you to. I want you to take advantage of the promo code so that you get the discount. Okay, let me go to the next slide. And you might have additional questions. Email support@TopstepTrader.com or call. The number on the right is the toll-free number that you can call. And join our community if you want, and you can read more about TopstepTrader online or on Facebook, on Trustpilot. Once again, I wanted to thank Ty and our friends over at Shark Indicators for hosting the event. I hope that you guys get a chance to take a look. Let me know if you do have other questions. And whether you're trading, with TopstepTrader or wherever you're trading, I wish you good luck with your trades. Trade well and, trade for tomorrow. All right, everybody, we're going to wrap it up. Thank you very much and have a great night. Take care.
All right, Kevin, thanks again for presenting to our audience, man. Everyone always loves it when you guys come through and tell us what TopstepTrader is all about. Guys, if you want to learn more, just check out that link in the chat. If you have any other questions for Kevin, like he said, just send those to support@TopstepTrader.com. And any questions for us specifically, those will go to support@SharkIndicators.com. If you tuned in late, I will email the recording link out by tomorrow morning at the latest. So thank you guys for tuning in, and thank you again, Kevin. You guys have a great day.
Thanks, everybody.